Body block, an action and term used within a variety of games, but most of the time used in games such as League of Legends, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, basically any game with a range of classes. The process is quite simple. A player uses their body to block an attack from an opponent. You're actually saying it now and out loud, and in theory, the shit sound kinda dumb. You're really allowing to take free damage from an opponent. But that only truly applies if everyone is equal in the battlefield, which in these games, they are not. See, most of these games have what I like to call the 5 fingers of RPGs, being the sword, the wand, the bow, the dagger, and the shield. You can probably guess which each finger is responsible for, but if you can't, I'll help you. The sword is simple. It's the warrior class, aka the most well-rounded, the jack of all trades, master of none. This class is often recommended to newcomers, aka people who don't know what the hell they're doing, so the devs are trying to give them a bone in hopes they stay. The wand, aka support, aka I ain't fucking with no monsters. Hey yo my nigga, the fuck any of this have to do with Guardians of the Galaxy? Fine, I'll continue in another video. Simply put, body blocking is good within the context of those types of games. Where it isn't good is when one game body blocks for another game. Now, let's not confuse body blocking for overshadowing. So the past 3 games Guerrilla Studios made does not count. You know, because they keep getting outshined by Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild, and something else I just released. What counts is what happened to Guardians of the Galaxy. See, to know what happened to that game, you kind of have to skip back in the past, more than an entire year. September 4th, 2020, Marvel's Avengers released. I think it was as good as any time to release, because if they push it back by a week, we will be remembering 2 tragedies, both having to do with crashes, because goddamn this shit was not optimized. From frame drops, infinite load times, random teleportation, NPCs not doing what they're supposed to. The shit was so bad that 2 weeks later, Square Enix proudly dropped a massive update that fixed 1,000 bugs. 1,000. 1000. Actually, you could take the zeros off and have just a K or the letter G. At that point, nigga lie. Just say you have more than a dozen and just stay with it. Flash forwarding a couple months to E3, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy makes their announcement and debut, and it was met with The game looked nice besides the lag, but people expected more. Since there was 5 characters, some people expected to be able to play all 5 or have co-op or something to make up for Avengers, but it wasn't happening. Fast forward to October 26, 2021. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy released to rather high scores, earning 7s, 8s, 9s across all outlets. Like right now, it's sitting at a cool 84 Metacritic. So, did the game sell well? The sales in October was kinda low. Granted, it released on the 26th, so can't be expecting too much. But by the end of November, they sold over 1 million copies. With all of that being said, let's just hop into the story of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Run it! The game opened with a blast from the past, being the main character, Peter, from his youth. He's chilling, listening to music until his mom comes through and comments how it's his birthday and she came down to spend some time with him. None of this pans out right away. Instead, he is awoken in present time by Drax. This nigga future Peter looks like Macklemore. Like he looks like he 1 second away from saying,
"No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it."
Mac is being awakened because they're nearing their hunting stage. They picked up a job to capture a unique monster for a collector. Arriving, the group gets to trying to capture the monster. Mac and Rocket stumble into a plain room. Yeah, super plain room. Ain't nothing in it besides a bug nest. Oh, also a fucking Xfinity crystal. It's rumored that if you collect all 6 of them, you use Comcast satellite as a kill streak.
What?
Nah, but on a serious note, the first time I played this, I was confused on whether it was or wasn't, since, you know, it's kind of important and powerful. Oh yeah, they also released something that was inside the gym.
Well, that's concerning.
They do nothing about it and decide to keep hunting. First finding a llama, and then finding the creature they were sent for, which immediately gets attacked by Sony's Playpool. Yeah, if you saw the Sony's PS5 reveal, the NC looks somewhat similar to that pulpit, except it's sharper and purple instead of blue. The crew ends up dipping with the llama and runs directly into a Nova Corps ship, aka the police, whose commander Mac had slept with formerly during the war. With the team now in custody, the group meets a little girl named Nikki, who is a Nova Corps in training. But moreover, the gang also sees the big baddie, who I codenamed the preacher of the game right here, whose ship perfectly explodes as the gang is walking by.
As I was saying, if you just tell the captain that I...
Mom explicitly said she doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, Quill.
Just to be super clear on the mom...
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, she ate that fucking explosion and that fall. God damn, she was super soldier for real. The pair ends up helping each other until they run into the commander's ship, also Nikki's mom, Corell, aka Blue D. Williams. Mac decides to cover for Nikki, which results in her giving him her pass key and also being grounded. D and Mac spend some time together catching up with one another, and she lets them go with an 8,000 units fine and a boot for their ship if they don't pay. Something I noticed when rewatching the footage is that the Nova Corps ship flew into the quarantine zone, which plays a major part of the story later. The crew scourges up as much units as they can, all 37 of them bitches. Damn, these niggas poor. With options being slim, Groot come up with a plan to trade himself to the monster collector, have the crew get the money, then bust them out. Rocket really doesn't like this idea. He's very protective of Groot and volunteers to take the nigga's place. We have to make a decision on who should be sent. Arriving on the planet, these niggas almost died to some quick jelly, but it's saved thanks to Mac's random plot armor.
Oh, why the Flarkus is so deep?
In a jam, boys? Nigga, you ain't funny. Son of a schmack, reach!
Sword will not work, woman. Find us a rope.
Yeah, and fast!
Where am I supposed to find a rope?
I don't know, I'm sinking in jelly here.
Well, do something!
Like what?
While we're traveling towards Lady Hellbringer's base, yeah, the monster collector name is Lady Hellbringer. Actually, it's Lady Hellbender, but Bringer just rolls off the tongue better, I guess.
Man, that's a fucking lazy sack of shit. A lazy motherfucker.
While traveling there, the group steals Cage to make the whole act look more, you know, realistic, which Mac has to pull across a very long bridge alone. The shit was so long that Mac says fuck it, flashback time, picking up from where it left off. Trust when I say we will be coming back here multiple times. Niggas really wanted their money worth for buying a license to these damn songs. Shit low-key kinda ridiculous. The son and mother combo discussed whether Peter could go to a movie with a friend. Yo, these niggas got Everybody Wants to Rule the World playing in the background in his headphones. These niggas really want their money's worth. These niggas really Julius from Everybody Hates Chris of the gaming industry. They said that is $52.97 worth of song right there. Crazy. Peter's mom tells him that there's a present waiting for him on her bed, which leads back to the present time. The crew finally arrives at the base and meets Lady Hellbringer, and she makes a decent intro. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty solid.
I need that.
The trade goes off somewhat smoothly.
We'll see, Destroyer. I can be quite forceful.
The first thing she does after filling on Drax is threatening to rape the nigga. She really wanted the nigga because his past fight with Thanos. Shit, she was trying to add him to the trade as well for more money. The bitch wasn't just thirsty, she was dehydrated, parched, dry, athirst, crisp, unjuicy. Fuck it, any of these adjectives. At this point, if I'm Drax, I'm dropping dick off. The crew decides to hang around the base before attempting to steal their member back, but Lady Hellbringer suspected they would do something like that and decided to set a trap, which results in the crew killing one of Hellbringer's animals and escaping with the money. With the cash in hand, the crew tries to contact D, but is met with Nikki with a bad communication and acting erratic, which Drax notices. They head over to the base to pay the fine, but finds it empty, until they find a corpseman, who they then turn into actual corpsemen.
I do not think our fine will be paid today.
You don't say.
Guys, Krell's ship is right there. We just need to...
What? What do we need to do, Quill? A whole bunch of whacked out space cops just tried to vaporize us. And you want to go looking for a rematch? Because your girlfriend might be in trouble?
That's not what I'm doing, and she's not my girlfriend.
Could have fooled me.
Rocket! The only thing it's about is getting our ship back. We find Krell, and then none of this is our problem anymore.
You're right. It won't be our problem anymore. Because we didn't sign up to be run around halfway across the galaxy by a cop-loving human.
Shut up, bitch.
Come on. Seriously, Krell?
Join the Guardian, she said.
With this, the crew heads back to their ship, and while returning, they run into a group of guards praying, giving up their key or something. Witnessing this, the crew doubles up their speed and escapes. Having nothing else to do, or having nowhere to go, they decide to go there, being nowhere. Ooh, Dr. Seuss. Mac is going there to meet Cosmos. He's like the security head of it. Oh, Rocket and Groot also leaves on their own. The rest of the crew runs into Mantis, who has a weird interaction seeing Drax. They find Rocket and Groot, who seems to have quit the group, but that is interrupted by a person of Mac's past. Handling the situation, Gamora and Drax leave Mac by himself. Well, you may be wondering, why did Gamora and Drax leave? Will Groot and Rocket rejoin the team? Who is this Cosmos character? Well, all questions will be answered next time, because the galaxy needs me. Farewell.